guys.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Patty.
We are
Efecto podcast.
Welcome back, guys.
Yes, welcome back.
Episode 75.
Yes.
Episode 75. And it's June 1st.
It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up. Do you even know who sings that song?
No.
But she's with the vibes.
But it's, literally,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, it's June 1st.
Fuck.
Positive vibes to everyone. It's a new month, new beginnings, new blessings.
Rebirth,
whole
a
thing.
Cleansing.
All of it. All of it.
Release
Okay?
anything and anyone that
What
does
is
not
it?
bring you peace.
Ma.
Ma.
If you guys know, you know, you're a real one.
Yeah, but like new beginnings, but also like let go of things that no longer serve you.
I'm like,
People, places, and things.
period.
And that's the tea.
Also,
Bitch stole my look.
Crazy.
Guys. Okay, so this is not sponsored by Breathe by Sal. Pero you should check out Breathe by Sal.
Go.
If you don't know,
Right now.
that is Fam. That's one of my good friends, now our good friend.
Mm-hmm.
Just
We're
check him out.
exciting.
Check him out. Follow him on Instagram.
Go.
Literally flood his comments and just be like, El Efecto podcast sent me. No, but you know, it's hot. It's starting to get warm.
Nice.
My uniform, when it's warm, is an oversized t-shirt, biker shorts, sneakers. I have so many shirts. This is just in rotation. And you know what the funny thing is? I was gonna wear a set, and I was like, oh my god, my outfit's very Mely coded, but I just didn't feel comfortable. And I was like, I'm gonna go to my uniform, whatever. And in my head, when I put this on, I was like, there's like 2 shirts Mely has, 2 or 3 shirts, and I was like, this is one of them. I was like, if this bitch is wearing it, I'm gonna have to change. Whatever, Mely texts me when she's damn near here, like outside, and she goes, oh, like, I changed my outfit last minute. I'm wearing a Breathe by Sal shirt, shorts, and sneakers. And I sent her a voicemail. I was like, bitch, if we're fucking wearing the same one, I was like, which one?
I know, and I literally told her, I was like, it's an older one. I was like, it's a championship.
I was like, shut the fuck up. I walk out and I was like, bitch, I don't have time.
It was
We were already
so
we're already
funny.
rushing to get here because
Yeah.
guys, it's 9:18.
It's 9, yeah.
Like, we were supposed to start at 9.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck. So in my head, I'm like, okay, whatever. And in my head, I was like, she's probably wearing biker shorts.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what shoes you were going to wear. So I was like, okay. And she's like, oh, I'm wearing a hat. So I was like, maybe we won't look that identical.
Yeah.
I walk out and I'm walking to the car and I'm already laughing. She hasn't even looked at me and I'm laughing. She looks at me and we instantly start dying.
And then she opens the door and I literally put my leg up because I was like, so she can see the biker shorts and the sneakers.
She's wearing Nikes and,
like,
I'm wearing New Balance.
yes,
but like,
but-
even our fucking socks.
At least I got a hat on.
Yeah, and I have a headband.
But yeah, guys.
Well, I'm like, what glasses do you have for later?
Mine. I'll show you. Like,
Okay.
the
Oh,
funny
okay.
ones. Yeah.
I have the Amazon ones.
Yeah, but guys, it was just so funny. And we just had to address it. Okay?
Yeah. You're not seeing double because I know I look just like Betty. Time out. But someone did recently say that we look alike.
Mm-hmm. It was
Shakira.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my cousin Mely. She was like, oh, hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And she was like, you guys look alike. And
And we do get that a lot, quite often, from like different people. I feel like
I've
it's
gotten
been
it
multiple.
3 times. Once,
Like-
my friend from work, Victoria,
I remember
since
that.
day one, she's like, that's
Yeah.
your twin. I'm like, I don't see it. She's like, you guys are different colors, but that's your twin. I go, I don't see it.
I'm like, we are related.
Yeah,
so
but
period.
no, but we have some pictures where I could see it. Like when we were in Ciudad de Mexico on the rooftop by the pool.
Oh yeah,
We wore the same thing,
Yeah.
and the way we posed, I was like,
Yep.
fuck, maybe.
It's been multiple times, but yeah.
But yeah, we just have to address this was not planned, but hey, Sal, this could be a free ad.
I literally here we go.
Shop breathebysal.com.
Right now. Go shop. Go follow. Everything. But welcome back, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed. What?
Where's my coffee?
Right there.
Oh.
She thought it was
I
part of
know.
the decor.
Because you can see it on camera.
Period.
No,
That's getting pinned.
Literally, I was like, I left it on top of you.
Oh, my coffee. I did bring my coffee.
Y
here
ves
too.
otra. No, I did think it was part of the light.
A little sip. We hope you guys enjoyed last episode. We know we had some
remix. Drink some coffee.
Difficult.
I got you, girl. Take a sip.
Take
a sip. I got you, girl. Thank you for watching the last episode. We know we had some technical difficulties. Back to you, Mel, in the studio.
Wait, that was so funny. Technical. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways.
And that's on English as a second language.
Literally.
ESL.
Oh my God, that's what I was like, what was that word? ESL. Yep. But yeah, okay, back to it.
Bitch, is only 20 minutes into the episode and we haven't even gotten to anything. Apúrale.
We had some technical difficulties, and then same thing with the reels, guys. So sorry, don't hate us. We were able to get one out. The other ones, listen, they were not HD enough. They were super blurry. It just was not gonna work.
And then there was no way of us knowing when we were recording that Mely's camera had like a filter or something.
Yeah. So we hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Sorry in advance. But let's get to it.
Sorry in advance.
Oh.
Ya pasó, güey. No, you just say sorry.
Sorry. Damn. All right. Well, we're just gonna get to it.
My goodness. I didn't show my nails.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
here, do it.
So I'll kick us off because I've had so much going on. Pero I got my nails done.
Look so good.
I'm obsessed. I had this saved for maybe like 2 months.
I love it.
And I was going through my screenshots because what I do is I just collect things that inspire me. It's very rare when I find a picture and I'm like, I want that exact set. Mm-hmm. And this was one of them. I showed Claudia and she's like, cute. She ate. She is always gonna eat. So love it. And I am so glad I got them right before I had a quinceañera in my family. And one thing about us, like we grew up having quinceañeras, and there's so many of us, especially on my dad's side, on the Gonzalez side, so many. Like I remember growing up, I went to a lot, and then there was a huge gap between the last quinceañera and mine because I'm the youngest grandchild on my dad's side. And a lot of the great grandchildren, like my second cousins, they're closer in age to me. So I kind of like kicked off the next round. But then there was like a huge gap where we didn't have quinceañeras. And Delcia literally is going to start them all over again.
Oh my God.
First of all, she looked so beautiful. And the thing is, with Dee, you know, she's very reserved, like, but she's also like growing up so much. Like that day I saw her personality so much. And I remember when she was little, she listened and she judged. Like she did not talk. She wouldn't talk. She wouldn't even talk to Fita, which is her tío now Nino. But literally she would not talk. But I just love that she definitely is like you can tell she's growing up. She's more comfortable with herself, with her friends and all this stuff. Guys, their dance, it was good. Bitch, the choreographer was 16 years old.
What?
And she was there. She was there and she was dancing. She was dancing the whole night. She can dance. Period. But the kids did so good. And it was my niece's, Leia, my brother's sister, daughter, her first quinceañera ever.
She eats always.
It was so good. Oh no, my baby girl can dance. She can
dance, guys.
Like she's in dance at school and everything.
Yeah.
But the choreo, bitch, because as a dancer, I always peep that. And you can tell, you know, quinces, like you can tell, even though the steps aren't super complicated, it's more difficult. Like when there's a non-dancer, they don't understand that they have to kind of be on. Like they just go through the motion, do the steps, and you can see when they're counting in their head, like, okay, now we do this, now we do that. The kids look so... You okay?
Yeah, I saw the little thingy and I was like...
I saw your eyes go like this and I was like, what the hell?
Is that?
No, but they did so good. The surprise dance, bitch.
I saw. By the way, guys, I'm saying because I wasn't there, but I saw the videos and it was so good.
Yeah, her TikTok. She posted on TikTok. No, she posted on Instagram. Like the whole surprise dance, bitch. When I tell you, it was choreo, like the moves, everything. It was, and I think there was 7 couples.
And it was so cute to see like all
couples.
The babies. Like to me, I'm like, I see them as babies.
Literally, my niece and Lano, they were the smallest one. Cruz was in it, Sophia, like all of them. Oh wait.
Period.
So good, so cute. Shit. Okay. So cute. And yeah, they had banda. I was like, fuck. Yeah. It was just lit. It was open bar for the majority of the night. We were just like, ta, 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 ta. And yeah, we danced. It was all good. And they had mini pancakes, like, yeah, towards the end. And yeah, I feel like that was pretty much it. But that's one thing about our family. Like, and, you know, a lot of people, when they think, oh, I have a quince, I'm just going to go to the party. You know, I have family that only go to the party. No, bitch, I go to misa because at the end of the day, the quinceañera really is the misa part because it's like the whole ceremony. And also, that was my niece's first time in it. So, like, I was not going to miss that. Ask me what time I woke up to start getting ready.
7 a.m.
No, I said ask me what time.
Oh, what time did you wake up?
6 a.m.
Period.
I was in the shower at 6:30.
Oh, my God.
And the thing is, I had washed my hair the night before, blew it out, everything. I still was, like, running late. My parents, they both came to my door. Are you almost ready? We're leaving in 5 minutes. My dad's like, we're leaving now. I'm like, I'm putting on my shoes.
Yeah.
But hey.
You made it.
I made it. Yeah. And then bitch, it started drizzling.
Yes.
I was like, my hair.
Literally that morning, I was like, oh my gosh, the weather. I was
no,
like,
but no, honestly, I was like, this weather's perfect for photos.
True.
Because then there's no, like, their eyes are all chuecas. But yeah, it was so much fun. She looked so good. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I had a hang. I did something the day after.
We did dahlias.
Oh.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. No, I didn't forget, but I forgot it was the sequence. So
yes.
I got, because I got home. I did something that Friday, but I don't remember what. But that quinceañera, I got home. I think I fell asleep like around 2 something. I set my alarm for 6:30 because I had to get ready because it was Dahlia's birthday. And we got a party bus to take us to Wilson Creek. And it was a 70s disco theme.
Yep.
So I literally had to wake up. Thank God I was not hungover. Yeah. Thank God. I bought 3 bags of Te Salud. Bitch, I was drinking Te Salud all day the 2 days prior.
Yeah. Yeah. You had to prep.
Yeah. And then Mely Ubered to me, and then we went over there, and then you can talk more about it.
I know. So, guys, like right now that Patty just said, she's like, thank God I was not hungover. It reminded me because I was hungover as fuck. I was going through it. So, the day before I hung out, so Lore and Kim came to the house, and then Mia towards the end, but we hadn't caught up in a long time. So, they were, we were going to do a barbecue, but because it was raining and started sprinkling, I was like, guys, there's going to be no carne asada. I was like, we either do pizzas or something. So, we did pizza. It was super chill and low key, but oh my gosh, it was just fun because it's like we were just catching up on just life and just talking about.
And for the people that don't know who they are, just like briefly, who are they?
Yeah, Lode and Kim, and I think I've mentioned it before, but there's like it's 4 of us, so it's Vicky, myself, and then Lore and Kim, and we've been friends for forever, guys. Like literally forever. Like they're like the ones that we can go months without talking and whatnot, but when we're together,
this is like her OG crew.
Yeah, like when we're together, and it's like we're just going through, everything. It's like nothing has ever changed. So we were there, and then it was just fucking funny because just with the 3 of us and our personalities, like together in one room.
Lore alone, like I could literally watch Lore sit in a box for a week straight, and I will have abs because that bitch will make me laugh.
No, like
I hope she hears this.
All we did was laugh. Like literally, all we did all night was laugh and then just drink. It was just a great time. But to that point, the next day I was struggling. I woke up, I was like, okay, I'm good. And then afterwards, I was like, yeah, no, I am not good. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna keep doing this for today.
And you looked so good when Mely came. She got the Uber to me, and then it went. I got in the car, and she looked great. And then I smelled alcohol, and I was like, oh fuck. And she goes, bitch, I'm going through it. And I was like, really? And I was like, you smell like alcohol. She goes, I do. She's like, fuck.
Yeah, literally, guys, I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh. And I brushed my teeth. I don't know how many times because I felt it, and I knew too. I felt disgusting. I was like, oh my god, I feel it. Like I feel so gross. But no, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I was like, right, like fuck it, just keep drinking. But I just couldn't. It was so bad. I was like, I cannot keep drinking. But to Patty's point, picked her up. We got to Dahlia's. Cool. The party bus immediately, like the vibes.
No, but everyone's outfits. Like I'm always nervous about like a theme, especially if it's something very out there, because I was like, what the hell? Yeah. But as a collective, we looked. The vibe was there.
Like walking together as a group.
We would definitely stick out like sore thumbs.
100%. But yeah, I'm not gonna even lie, I was a little bit nervous. I had told Patty because they created a group chat and I was like, oh my god, I only have like 2 numbers from this entire group chat, maybe like 3 or 4.
It was like 4.
But yeah, I was like, oh my god, I was like, who are these? And I kind of knew, I was like, okay, it's gonna be definitely like this your Soul Cycle
It's
crew.
like my crew.
Yeah.
It's usually the other way around. That's why, because it's usually like I'm your plus one, and that day you were my plus
it was
one.
Patty's plus one.
But everyone knows who you are.
Once I got there, I was like, okay, like I can put faces to like. I mean, I wouldn't say any other names.
Yeah.
So, sorry, never mind. Their faces. I was like, okay, yeah.
You're like, I recognize you.
Yeah. I was like, I know who they are. But no, everyone was so nice. It was so much fun. The party bus.
So it was like a 2-hour drive there because we left from Santa Monica to Temecula, but we made 2 potty break stops. So that we were late for our reservation. But the party bus, guys, the vibes al 100. Incredible. I love a party bus.
It was so much fun, guys. Like literally,
we laughed
the
so
music,
much.
Laughing. It was just
Dahlia was fucking doing like flipping on the fucking thing.
And like crazy shit, like getting on everyone's faces.
Oh yeah, everyone was violated by Dahlia.
Everyone.
Some liked it more than others. When I say some, there was one gentleman. There's just literally one guy.
I know.
We loved it. We fucking loved it.
So much fun. No, like literally, I was like, oh my god. I was like, okay,
we just couldn't stop laughing.
No, it was so funny. And even though I was struggling, I was there. I was like, okay, I got this.
But you had a moment that made you feel a little better.
Yeah,
and I think that helped you a lot.
That helped me a lot because I was like, no, I can't.
And I think because you kept drinking, even just like a little bit.
Yeah, I was like sipping, guys, but every time I would sip, it was like it was burning.
Yeah,
like I was like, oh my gosh, I can't. And then I did have a taste salud, and then I think was it Suero? I don't know.
Oh yeah, because they bought Valeria bought me one, so I let you have some.
And then I took a Celsius.
Oh yeah, I thought the Celsius helped.
Yeah.
And then there was a lot of snacks. Shout out to Odeli. So there was the Hawaiian bread, and I was like, oh my god, I want a bread. And then I find out, no, this queen, she made mini sandwiches, and then she put it back in there. So at first I was like, oh, it's just a pan.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, it's a sandwich. I was like,
yeah, they were so good.
It was honestly perfect.
Gosh, genius. Yeah.
Because we were drinking the entire time.
Yeah, and like to suck it all in and like just have something because it was early.
Yeah. Like we met, the bus left at like 10:30, 10:45.
Yeah. But we woke up early to get ready.
Yeah.
And
we were drinking immediately. So then we get to Wilson Creek. We're a little late, but they made a phone call. We're good. They're like, we're coming. His name was, I can't remember his name, but it was also his birthday.
Yeah, it was his birthday, guys. He was so cute. He was like this older guy.
Sweet. He was so funny.
So funny.
But I kept telling him, I was like, thank you for having patience with us. I know we're a rowdy crew. And he was like, no, it's fine. But he did tell us multiple times to be quiet because...
Wait. When the doors opened from this party bus, I was like, oh my god, we're going to get kicked out.
Oh, yeah.
Because immediately the first thing it says, when you
make your reservation.
Yeah, like if you can't be too intoxicated prior or like whatever, you can't bring drinks from the outside. Come on, like we've already done it before, but it was just funny because when
we were worse.
Yeah,
this crew I'm sorry, but the gang is up here. The perreo party is maybe like right here. like if it's like choose your fighter, I'm going with the gang. Because
yeah,
I that's all I could say. That's all I gotta say. If you know, you know.
The doors open and I was like, oh my god, and I'm sure like it just reeked. It was so
no, but literally we were like, everyone, because I got everyone a shot necklace.
Yes,
take off your shot. Take off your shot necklace.
Everything, and then all of us had probably like champagne all over us. But the amount of time it like dripped
tequila,
on me, everything. But it was so funny because, and then there was a moment I was standing outside and everyone was coming down. I was like, holy fuck,
we're really doing this.
Yeah,
I made sure to always stay within the group because I was like,
yeah,
if I get separated, I'm gonna look very out of place.
And to Patty's point, that's where we stood out because guys, we stood out.
Mely was in a sequins blazer. She looked fabulous, but every bitch there is in like a summer dress.
Yes,
neutrals, florals, and bam, here comes. Ahí viene la pinche raza. The only thing we were missing was the tamborazo.
I know. Fuck. Oh my gosh. But oh fuck. It was
fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
I'm not a big wine drinker, but what I really love there is their almond champagne. And that was the first thing they gave us. So I was so good with that. After that, I would try it here and there, but I was like, I'm not really a wine. I wanted a wine slushy. So I was like, I'll wait for this.
Yeah, but we couldn't.
The thing is, we were so late.
Yeah.
We were like 30, 40 minutes late. So that pushed everything back. And our tour was an hour long. An hour. So by the time the tour finished, they were like, oh, let's get food somewhere here, like at the, and let's go get wine slushies, whatever. And then Valeria went to the bus to go get the cake. And I was like, time out. When do we have the bus until? Yeah. So I called Valeria and I like asked the bus driver. And she was like, oh, we already went over. And I was like, everyone back to the bus. I was like, because we're going to get charged more. Yeah. I was like, well, we'll sing happy birthday at her house. Yeah. And again, it was fun, but literally the bulk of it was really like in the party bus. You would think when we'd get back in the bus, we'd be like, no, ma'am. We got in the bus, rage. And literally, then we went to In-N-Out.
I know. We got in the bus. Oh, guys, we hadn't, like, we had not food. Eaten. So immediately they're like, Taco Bell or In-N-Out. We went to In-N-Out. And oh my God, also bless that bus driver.
Oh, yeah. Mike.
He was so nice, guys.
He was the sweetest.
So nice. He was so sweet, so patient, so fun. Like his comments and stuff.
Bitch, like, when he...
Yeah.
When Dahlia was giving lap dances. And she was giving lap dances to one of our friends. And this is when we made our second bathroom break. Yeah. Before even getting to fucking Wilson Creek. And she's putting on work. The bus stops and we're just laughing. Oh my God. In the video I have, the door is open. You just see the light. And I would assume she would stop. She kept going. Yeah. And then she finally stopped. And then when they got out, the bus driver came in and he was spraying it down. Dude, and he looked at us like laughing.
Yeah, he was literally spraying it. It was like, oh my God. It was
so funny. But then on the way back, same thing.
Yeah.
And I changed immediately. I brought a change. I literally took off my boots. I put on Crocs. I put on sweats. But bitch, I was sweaty. Yeah. I should have bought a t-shirt and shorts because I was sweating my ass off. But it was so fun.
It was so much fun.
And then we sang happy birthday, cake. Bomb. If you ever need help picking a cake, ask Luz.
No, literally. So
she
the
knows.
Other day, I was craving carrot cake again because of that cake, and I was about to tell you, I'm like, can you please ask Luz where she gets her cake
that
from?
Shit was probably like $200.
Oh, never mind. No, thank you. I will go to Westchester Bakery for a slice. But it was so good, guys. It was bomb. But yeah, that was like Dahlia's. That was that Saturday, which...
It was Sunday.
Oh, you're right. Oh my gosh, it was on a Sunday. And I thought to myself, I was like, oh my God, how I'm going to do work tomorrow. But it was fine.
It was Sunday.
Yeah, because we didn't drink that much that day. I got home, showered, watched movies. And then I was finally able to eat because I couldn't eat my burger. And I had Tío Tacos, which love.
Period.
Yeah, and I was finally able to eat. And then I knocked out, woke up, and I was like, oh. I feel good.
Mm-hmm. So I know I did not make it to her 7 a.m. the next day.
Oh, yeah, you guys did have that.
I didn't go. Yeah. I did not wake up. She made it. She taught the class. I did not make it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you tried TFR.
Yes, so I tried TFR. I don't remember what that sounds for.
The full routine.
Okay, there we go. The full routine in South Bay. So they recently opened this place, guys, super close by the house. It's like on Rosecrans and
It's off the 405 North exit.
Okay, yeah.
You exit Rosecrans.
So I've been wanting to try it because I was seeing like, oh my God, did you hear that?
No.
Oh, okay, that was me. I've been wanting to try it because I had seen some of our like friends trying it on socials, and I know Patty went to Alba's class previously, and she was like, dude, I loved it. And you guys know I mentioned it here, I like doing Pilates, usually do it Mondays and Wednesdays, but I do reformer. So I started seeing a lot of like the full like routine similar to the full body routine on TikTok. So I was like, oh my gosh, like this is definitely like Pilates, but it's different.
So that they're not Pilates. At first when they were marketing it, people were like, it's Pilates. But then from like their Instagram, like the owner, like she posted a reel and it said like, it's not Pilates, but they have a section where they do a bit of Pilates, but it's they're not claiming it's Pilates.
Okay,
so that's just I learned that after. I was like, oh
yeah. So it was just it's mat exercises. So a lot of the mat, and then the room is heated.
Bitch,
so
it's hot in that bitch.
Yeah, it's hot. It's for sure hot. And I was like, okay, it was a 6 a.m. class. I was like, fuck it, like I want to take it. Guys, I liked it so much. I really, really enjoyed it. I was like, all right, let's see the room. I thought that I wasn't going to be able to handle it. It's hot, but I was like, okay, once you're already sweating and in it, like it felt good. There was a lot of moves that I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how am I going to do this? After like the second time I did it, like it's you really have to follow the routine.
Yeah.
So I was like, it was my first time there. I was like, oh my gosh, most of the people in that class already knew her routine, but I was like, oh, it's fine, like just go with it. So I would like make some errors and then fix myself. And then the instructor, so she used to be at Soul Cycle as well, like in front desk.
Yeah.
Right? She would work at front desk, Rachel, and then so I took her class. And she told me afterwards, she's like, for your first time, like you were able to catch on. Like, you did good. There was definitely a lot of movements that I was like, oh, like I usually don't, like I guess stretch like this or this flexible. And again, with a reformer, you obviously have that like the machine, so it's a little bit different. Even though you're stretching your body, like that helps. And here was like moving your leg one way and like this, so it was definitely different. But no, I enjoyed it. It was like, okay, I'm like, this is a great way to just start at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm like, oh, I want to try it again. I definitely want to try Alba's class.
I know I haven't taken Rachel's class. 6 a.m. is just so hard.
I know. Yeah, no, but it was like, okay, worked out before work, got home, showered, and then I headed out. But I will say I'm still more of a reformer Pilates girly, but I did enjoy it. I was okay, this is like, I liked it. So if you haven't tried any classes like that or heated, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, just to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm definitely more of a like, when I work out, I don't want this peaceful. Yeah. No, bitch. I need like rage. Yeah. Like I need you fucking like going in.
Yeah.
Because that is what motivates me.
Yeah.
And I think, because I do want to try Pilates again. I just need to find an instructor that is my vibe, or a studio that is more my vibe.
Yeah.
Or even if it is a little bit like calmer, just that the instructor's a little bit more like talking a little more like hyping you up, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Just because like working out in silence, I'd rather drink milk.
Ew.
And that says a lot, because I haven't drank milk since I was 2 years old.
Yeah, bitch. That's fucking funny.
Like, bitch, the fuck?
Wait, I love that. That's fucking funny.
I'm dead ass. Like, what do you mean? Not for me.
But no, yeah, so that's what I tried that class, guys. And then
I think that day, it was a Monday.
It was
because she does Mondays at 6 a.m.
I went to the office. I think it was
Wednesday
or Thursday.
I think Alba because Alba is the opposite. Yeah. So one of those days I think the day you went, I went to go get, I went on a Wednesday to get my or a Monday, I can't remember, but I got a facial and my brows done with Daniela, because baby girl is preggers.
Yeah.
She's 30. 30?
30?
30? I think she was 34 weeks last week or this week, last week. And yeah, I was like, I need to get a facial, my brows done before she goes on mat leave. She's gonna go at the end of June.
Yeah.
So if you haven't, I talk about her all the time. Like anytime anyone mentions skin, my brows, I'm always like, Skin by Danny K. Follow her, book with her, and I be telling everybody, I'm like, you better book, because she's gonna go on mat leave for a month. I was like, so June is gonna the little she has left available, hop in there.
Yep, I literally just booked. I was like, okay, I need to like get this.
I know I need to book with Claudia, because then she's gonna go on mat leave right after.
Oh my, I forgot.
Yeah, bitch, and she looks so cute with her bump. They both look so cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then whatever, that was that, and then the Saturday before, I think it was the 24th. Yeah, the Saturday before, or I guess Memorial Day weekend.
Oh yeah.
So Dahlia announced that she's left Soul Cycle. She's moving back home to Arizona. She got this great opportunity to teach out there. So that Saturday, the Saturday of Memorial weekend, was the last Bad Bunny brunch. Guys, the vibe, like I already knew this, because she was like, I can't cry, so I have to make the playlist like hype. And one thing that I loved is usually Bad Bunny brunch. It's always like Bad Bunny with somebody else. This Bad Bunny brunch was like an OG Bad Bunny brunch.
Period.
She only played Bad Bunny. Yes, it's like Bad Bunny featuring somebody like in the song, but every song was Bad Bunny. Every song. The energy was like,
I bet.
like, bitch, I didn't get tired. Like, I was just like, I love classes like that. Like, whether it's hers, Chris, Alba, whatever. Because that's why for me, when I work out, the music is everything.
Yeah.
Because I think it comes from being a dancer. I get lost in the music.
Yeah, like,
and I don't feel anything. Because that's why, like, when I go to parties, I'm on the dance floor the whole time. But if I have to go run, bitch, I'm going to get tired if the playlist is not right.
Yeah.
But it was so good. And it was just funny because there was a moment. You should go watch her reel. It was because it definitely, you get a taste of like the vibe in the class. Ale is probably one of my favorite songs off of Debí Tirar Más Fotos by Bad Bunny, like his latest album. More so, that's one of my like my party songs because it just gives like that like so old school like perreo, and like she knows that when that song comes on, I lose my shit. At first, Fridays when it comes up, I'm always like, like I just scream and I just run. And so when I heard that song, I was like, oh my God. And she looked at me and I already knew by the look in her eyes. I was like, and she was like, and this means like, get off your bike. And I was like, I was hesitant. I've only gone off my bike twice before. The water dance. I did it at, what's it called? The turkey burn last year.
Yes.
And then this one. And I got off and I was like, fuck it. I started dancing and whatever. I had my moment, hyping her up. Cool. And then it was just part of it. Like, I'm not just going to clip off, but like you felt it. It went with it. It was just so good. We went to brunch, all that. So fun. That was the day of the Kendrick Lamar concert. So I was already like, okay, I'm just going to, what's it called? I'm just going to stay for like an hour at brunch, go home because I had to shower, blow out my hair, get ready. And mind you, we didn't have tickets. But like I've done this 6 times already where with big concerts too, where I don't have a ticket and I just show up day of and it'll be like the last day and buy a ticket. So I was fine. Mely's newer to this, and even though we both have anxiety when it comes to shit like this, her anxiety gets a lot higher. But I was like, no, we're fine. I was so delusional. I was like, there's no way I'm not going to get in there. Like, don't worry, we're going to get in. So whatever, we went to the meeting spot. We walked.
Yes,
we went to the meeting spot. It's so cool.
Guys, it's so cool. It's so cute. The drink was good. And then the
sal,
too.
the foam sal.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So they brought it to us and it was like foam. We're like, oh, what is this? They're like, oh, it's like salt. We're like, oh, okay. At first, we tried it on its own. It was like you could barely taste it. But once you mix it, I was like, oh, this is good. But it's so cute. And I told Patty, I haven't even been in that like center.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. So it's where the Sinopolis is in Inglewood. Yeah. So it's literally like
right out there.
Right there. And I like because it's all outdoor. It's literally, it's just an outdoor bar. They have cocktail tables and they don't always have a live music, but maybe because it was the weekend. Yeah. They had it. But yeah, because I know she said they've also had like live bands and all this stuff. We met the owner. Yeah. She's so sweet. Apparently she's Canadian. Oh, because Rafa knows her or has met her or something like that. But no, it was so good. And I literally was like, oh, bitch, a brunch here would be I know. Fire. Right after she said that, I was like, bitch, I was like, the best part, we can walk home.
Because we're right here. Like, we're literally right there.
We literally can walk home.
And then they had like a few things within their menu. When I was looking, I was like, okay, yeah, there's like some things that we can try. But that day we got the nachos.
Oh yeah, the chicken nachos. But it was like, what'd you say? It
kind of tastes like chicken like tinga.
Yes.
Yeah, so the chicken was like tinga. It was good.
So
the corn, like the sweet, savory, salty, the whole thing. But no, it was good.
It was so good. We had that drink. At home, we took a shot and a half. And then we were drinking like a seltzer on the way. So we already had like drinks in us. And then we're like, hey, let's walk into the stadium. My brother and my sister-in-law were already like in there because they actually had tickets. Yeah. So whatever, we're going. And I was like, I want a buzz ball. But we had to use the restroom.
So, guys, I had to pee so bad.
So bad. I was like, let's use the restroom and then we'll get a drink. Cool. And then we see the line for the box office. We get in line. But as we're in line, we're still monitoring
tickets.
The only app that I could even look tickets on was Ticketmaster. Mely was like, did you try this? My apps would not work.
Yeah, and then we were looking at Ticketmaster and then Game Time, but Game Time we're like, immediately was like, no way. And I was like, okay, maybe I was still optimistic. I was like, if one pops up on here, guys, nothing. They were so fucking expensive on there. I was like, there's no way. Plus the fees.
Yeah, we were looking at
we did
StubHub. I looked at SeatGeek. SeatGeek. Everyone's like, oh my god, no, bitch. SeatGeek.
We even tried.
I tried TickPics online.
There was another. What's that other one? There was even another one that we looked at.
I don't know. I don't remember.
SeatGeek. Is it with the V with the?
Oh. No, we didn't look at that one.
No, I looked at.
You did.
Vivid Seats.
Oh, that's what. So and then I was trying to look at AXS tickets, but my app wasn't working. I couldn't even get online.
Yeah.
And whatever. When we're in line for box office, I kept seeing people like walk out, and I was like, they got tickets. And guys, the amount of times we would find tickets that would work, we'd click it, spin, gone.
Literally, guys.
Or like on her app, it would show, and on mine it wouldn't, or vice versa.
And then we like tried to check out 4 times, and I think I fucked up and put my card wrong in Patty's.
Yeah, the first time.
The tickets that we would try and check out on hers, I couldn't check out on mine because they weren't there. And
because
I was oh my god.
But honestly, I feel like that we had that one chance to get them, but because it could have just been like one number off. It didn't go through, and by the time we tried to do it...
it was my bank, because they would send me a text, like, to confirm.
Oh, maybe.
One of those, and then, remember, we put in the code, like, twice, like, the 2 separate times.
But then the app stopped working, and then we had to close out of it. By the time we did, the ticket was gone. Done. And then, through all of this, we're moving little by little, and then officially, like... the ticket booth was done. Like there were none. And even when we're looking online, there's still tickets, but they were all resellers.
Resellers. And then towards the end there was like a few left, and like it was like one in the thousands, and then the other ones was just really high. We're like, fuck.
Yeah, but we were literally out there. I still had hope. And I literally, Mely was like, bitch, go talk to them, and I was like, bitch, it's both of us that need to go, because I was like, bitch, what if I'm able to get in and you're not there? I was almost able to get in when this bitch wanted to go get fucking churros. Because so I went up to one of the workers, and at this time, there's a handful of people still trying to get in. There's people that like are running in,
getting there so late.
Yeah, like whatever. People were leaving early, which is pissing me off. And that's what started the conversation. Yeah. I went up to someone. I was like, oh, so since these people are leaving early, like, can we get their tickets? Can we take their spot? And they're like, oh, sorry, there's no re-entry. And I was like, but what if we just switch? They're like, no, because technically their tickets are leaving. You can't rescan it. And the guy was like, the cameras, he was like, this has to turn green. So I'm on fucking YouTube looking up a green screen, like a green flash that matches that. Like, when I tell you, I was desperate. I was like, I want to be in. We could still hear everything. Yeah. And there's moments where I'd be talking and I'd be like, I'd start dancing. But I told the guy, I was like, is there any way we can get in? And he was like, look, he's like, between us, the only way is if you find a group that's coming in, I could probably get you guys in with them. Has to be like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And that's all Mely goes, oh, I'm going to go get a churro.
And they were fucking nasty.
Oh, but no, there were these girls that came and we asked them, do you have tickets somewhere? Can we just walk with you guys because he'll let us in? They're like, yeah. But they had bags. Yeah. So then they had to go...
Put him in like the locker or whatever.
So then Mely goes, I'm going to get a churro. So they're coming back and I was standing with them. But there was this guy in like a black suit now. But then there was something else that happened where he was now talking to a different group. Yeah. So there was a split moment and I literally was standing there and Mely's like, her back is to me because she's ordering a churro. And like the girls are scanning and I'm literally standing with them. And the guy looks at me like, are you going to go in? And I look back and I'm like, fuck, Mely's too far. And they're not going to let her with the fucking churro. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, he was like, this is your only chance. And I was like, he was like, yeah. He was like, and I was like.
If the guy came back, the black, like, with there was no.
And but there were so many times where the guys were like, oh, we have tickets. We just have to walk you in. And Mely's like, how much? And I was like, bitch, I don't trust it. Yeah. And there was this one, I could tell Mely was already desperate. And the guy that came up to us who had the thing, and he was like, and you were like, how much? And it was a good price. Yeah. It was like $150 for
each. And then like he was like, okay, let me make a call.
No, I was on his ass. I was like, so let me see. And he was like, oh no, like they'll walk you in. I was like, okay. Then I was like, we're not sending nothing. And he was getting a little like annoyed. He was like, You don't pay until you walk in. I was like, okay, well, I just want confirmation.
Yeah.
Makes the phone call.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, now they're tripping on. I was like, oh,
yeah. So
all of a
it's like
sudden.
they were gonna like sneak in some way, like, oh, there's too many cars, something like that. There's cops
but
going
bitch,
in.
literally, so we end up not going in, whatever. We get picked up, we go. The next time I see my friends, like my soul cycle friends, I was talking to Rafa's sister, and I could have texted Rafa. I was like, oh, we didn't get in. He's like, oh, like, I'm sorry. Because he was like, he kept checking in, like, what's your stat? Are you guys going to get tickets? Because I was the one that hyped it up so much at brunch. I made them buy tickets. Like, they were like, fuck it, we're buying tickets. Yeah. But his sister, Yahaira, she didn't. She hit up one of her friends who has the Connect, and she was like, girl, I got in and I basically didn't have seats.
Oh, shit.
But she was on the floor. She was like, I thought you had tickets. She's like, I would have hit you up. Because Rafa texted her. She was like, no, like, Patty, I thought Patty had tickets. He was like, no. She was already in there. One of her best friends is Alan's sister.
Wow.
So she knows Nando and all them.
Yeah.
And that's what she went with.
Yeah.
And she was like, you should have texted me. And I was like, you know what? I was going to text her when we were at the meeting spot. Be like, oh, we're here, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But in my head, I was like, no, like, I'm not going to bother her.
Damn.
If I would have bothered her, bitch, would have been in there.
But we're like, okay, whatever. Like, it was just not meant to be. Like,
yeah, the Lord was like, y'all bitches better not be wasting money right now.
Like, it was not meant to be. But that was, that was Kendrick. And then Memorial Day weekend. Was that weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it was.
Bitch, I said that.
Yeah, I know. It just clicked. I'm like, that was that weekend. And then what did I do that Sunday? I think that the Sunday was like super low key. But the Monday.
You guys, Monday. Yeah, Sunday? I don't think you said you did anything.
Yeah, I don't think I did anything Sunday. I think I was just I probably went on like a walk or like did some stuff. But on the Monday, my dad's family came down. It was so cute because my dad always gets excited. But like his family came down from San Bernardino. So it was just a few of us.
Oh, I didn't know. Did Jenny come?
Yeah, no, she didn't come this time. She was still working. But his family came down. Her dad did, but we did burgers, hot dogs, like the whole thing, and then also just like carne. But guys, it was so much fun. Like, it was so funny because I don't see like my they're technically my cousins, but my Nino too. So I don't see them as often.
Your Nino lives over there?
Yeah, my Nino lives in San Bernardino.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought he was local.
No, he lives in San Bernardino. Like, literally all my dad's family pretty much except Rosa.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my cousin, my cousin Esme, Alexa, my tia Rosa, like, literally everyone. So we're, like, having, like, good conversations, just catching up. And it's just, guys, they're so funny. So the shit that comes out of their mouth sometimes, I'm like, I canceled. Cannot. Yeah, like, I can't. So we were just having some drinks, and it was a fun time, just like dancing and stuff. But it was crazy because they got there pretty early, so nos rindió todo el día. By the end, it was like 5 p.m. They're like, okay, we're like getting tired. They're gonna head out. It was like, it was like 5:30. My dad's like, there's no way you guys are leaving. So they stayed a little later. We had a few more drinks, coffee, and it was like 6:30, almost 7. They're like, all right, now we're really gonna head out. I was like, it's barely in my head. I'm like, it's barely 6:30 and 7. It's because crazy.
There's so much sunlight still.
Yes. So like we were just like hanging out. And then after that, I watched the movies. I was like, oh, thank God. Like, I still felt like I was able to enjoy the rest of my day. Like, it was really
That's
nice.
one of the perks of, like, the time change. That I feel like I still have so much time in my day, which I appreciate.
Yeah, no. For sure. When I get out of work, too, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I still got some time. But, no, that was Monday. It was really nice.
No, that literally was this last Monday. And I feel like aside from that, and we didn't really do much like that. Oh, loose. Oh, put that on mute. Aside from that, they barbecued at my place too, or Jonjo did like hibachi style. But I had eaten something very similar the day before, so I was like, I didn't want that. I had pasta from Frito Misto.
Oh,
bomb. But I didn't eat till later because I was like, I'm not really that hungry. But they like did that outside. I did something. I think I took a class or a workout because I came home. Oh, I did Dahlia's 8:30 a.m. That's what it was. I did her 8:30. We went to the Kettle. We had brunch. There was maybe like 9 of us. Right? Yeah, we went to the beach. Well, to the Kettle. We just went down to the beach because they want to take a picture. Came back and then showered. And when I got the shower, the only person they invited was Marlon. And whatever, they did that. And then when she left, I was waiting for my food, and we watched a movie. We watched Nonas on
Oh my god,
Netflix.
I heard it was really good.
It's so cute, based on
I
a
need to
true
watch
story.
it.
So cute, and it was just so funny because I was like, I'm literally eating pasta while this is. It's so. If you haven't watched it, watch it. If
My
you,
Nina Esma was telling
bitch,
me.
it's so
Yeah.
cute.
Okay, I need to watch
So it
it.
was literally like John, Joe, Jenny, my mom, me, and because the basketball game was on, my dad would go between watching the game during commercials. He'd come over and be like, "What's going on?" We're like, "Shh."
Yeah, you're like dope.
No, but it was good. And then other than that, I guess the main thing that happened this last week, it was Dahlia's last ride. Y'all, it was a Latin Thursday. That shit was packed.
Yeah. It was packed. I know I literally, guys, I haven't been to class in a long time. But when I got there, I was like, damn. I was like, there's a lot of people here, which I anticipated. Like, I was like, okay, I definitely expected that. But no, it was a good class.
It was so good. The energy was so good. Her playlist was good. Her parents and her sister were there. Mely was riding next to her parents.
Next to her parents. They were so cute. There were so many times in the choreo, I would make eye contact with her dad. I said, yo no lo, like, I'm not doing it. I'm like just going down. And then he would try, and then her mom was like, yo me siento.
No,
but they did good.
It was so cute. So cute. I feel like the class went by
It went by quick.
fast.
Yeah.
Like when she said weights, I was like,
yeah, I felt that too. I was like, oh my god. I was like, it went by quick.
I know, and I wasn't like, I think everyone was expecting me to like break down, but I was like, I cried so much already because I've been known.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, like, and in my head, I'm like, she's doing something that she wants to do, you know, she's following her heart, she's going back home.
Yeah.
Like, why would I be upset? I think at first when I was so like sad, I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss her so much. But that's like a selfish way to think. Like, obviously I'm gonna miss her, but I'm like, she's doing something that she wants to do, and I and obviously knowing like all the stuff that she wants to do, like, more power to her. So I was fine the entire class. I did get off my bike. That we talked about. She told me, she was like, you're gonna get off your bike at some point. And we had a moment.
Oh my god! And then what's her name when she got off her bike?
Okay, yeah. So yeah. So I heard in the background, before the song started, I heard Safaera, and I can't explain it, but my ears, I can hear when things are mixing in, and I heard, and I looked up at her, and I went like this. I looked at her, and I closed my eyes, and she starts laughing, and she nods like,
get off,
like, bitch, it's coming. And then she starts talking like she's gonna say something so like profound and like poetic, and she's like, you know, one thing we've learned when we've been in this room all this time, and you know, like, she's talking like she's gonna spit some like fire. And in my head, I'm like, don't look at this bitch. And because in my head, I'm like, it's too early. Like, bitch, we still have so much left of the class. And she's like, one thing we all learned is, and she goes, how to channel our inner perreo Patty. And I was like, oh fuck. And she was like, so if we all cheer, she'll get off her bike. And everyone's like cheering, and I was like, fuck it. So I get off, whatever. I start dancing. I give her my whistle. And she's fucking with the whistle, and I'm dancing. I'm fucking on the floor. I was on a bike, and so there was like her parents, and then there was a bike, and I was like dancing on the bike, and in my head I was like, her parents. And then I went up to Jess, who's the studio manager, and I was like hyping, like dancing. I was trying to tell her something, but I was dancing, and then Dahlia goes, "Oh, is it her turn?" I was like, "Yes." And she's a little bit more reserved, but she about that life.
Yep.
When she got off her bike, I was shook. She was like, "Oh, what'd you do?" She gets on the floor, and I was like,
and she starts like in the bike, and then once
she got on my bike, and I was like,
and then once she went to the floor, I was like, "Oh my god!"
And the thing is,
like loving it
because I'm there all the time. Jess, we banter and all that, so I know that's in her. But for a lot of people, that's the first time they've ever seen that side of her. It was a new Jess unlocked. It was honestly iconic.
No, I love that. I was like, oh my gosh, it was like, period. She did that
so good. Class was at 6:30, mind you, and then after that went to Simsi's for, like, as we always do, like, our final, I guess, as a whole group, literally drinks, food, like shots nonstop.
Yeah. No, I know. You guys stayed there late, huh?
I left at like 11:30.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Girl.
Yeah, well, because everyone had already left. And we kept running into each other, and I was like, and she would like go to hug me, and I'm like, I would push her away. I'm like, don't say bye to me yet. I was like, get away. And she was like, ew. She would get away from me.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end, it was maybe like 4 of us, and then her and her parents, and her dad just kept saying like, yeah, dale, like, ya nos vamos. And little by little, like, we'd get there. And then, yeah, like, we said bye. And I told her, I was like, I'm not saying bye. I'll see you later, whatever. And yeah. And that was pretty much it. Now she's in AZ. She's already teaching.
Yeah.
Her first, technically, the day you're listening to this, which is now June 2nd, is her first.
Shit. Okay.
That's when she starts at Power and Flow. But yeah.
Damn, that was quick. I know. I saw that she like posted that she arrived and stuff. No, but good for her. I mean, one, her family, and then it's a new opportunity, and it's like her home. Like, it's like if she's, you know, I know she talked about it here on the podcast, guys, but even if you watch her episode, like, she literally took that leap of like and just packed her stuff, came here.
When she was like 18.
Yeah.
She's been on her own.
Like, yeah. And it's like, okay, now it's like that time. Obviously, we're getting older, her parents, and you just, you know, there's so much that can be behind that. So I'm like, all power to her. Like, and you never know. You never know what ends up happening there.
Yeah. And also, like, she's obviously not going to stop teaching. Like, that's still her thing out there. And like, she built like a community here. Like, I made so many friends because of her class. And that's one thing I'm very big on. I was telling everyone, I was like, y'all still coming, right? Because I'm still gonna ride. Like, the first class I ever took was with Mely and one of our friends, D. But we took Chris P's class in 2016. And then ever since then, I would just hop in. But I would only take Chris because that was the only one I knew. And I would always do Hip Hop Wednesday, like, randomly. And then in 2019, you know, I would do downtown LA. And then during COVID, I would go to fucking Century City.
Yeah, like everywhere.
And then once I started taking Dahlia's class, that's when I got more consistent. Her, Chris, Alba, everybody.
But yeah, guys, and also after this, we're gonna edit the episode and then make our way to Six Flags
Magic Mountain. Because Mely, I
have been
months
itching to get on a fucking roller coaster, guys.
We're like, are you well? I'm like, something's going on. If you want, she's like, I just need an adrenaline rush.
I'm like, I need a little something, you know. So
and I haven't been to Six Flags, I think, since I had my pass when I was in high school.
I was telling Patty, I was like, the last time I've been, I think I was with her. Like, with
when
Patty.
Did we ever go?
I don't remember.
I don't think did I ever go with you?
Yes, we 100% have gone together. But I don't remember.
Six Flags?
Yes, to Six Flags. We've 100% gone together.
I don't think we've gone to Knott's.
No, we've gone to Six Flags because we got on Goliath together.
I don't remember.
I remember that. But it's been a very long time, guys. But I'm just excited. I'm like, I'm ready.
I'm a little I told Mely, I was like, we gotta. I was like, I will get on I was like, Goliath has to be later because, bitch, I was like, I will get on everything else. I was like, we gotta start with like X2, Tatsu, but like Goliath, just because it's only this.
Yeah.
The drop, I'm already like, my stomach is gonna hurt.
Yeah, we're excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So we'll talk about that in the next episode and let you guys know.
Yeah, but we gotta go because we have to go edit this because we gotta go to Valencia.
Let's go.
Okay, bye. Oh, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, check out Skin by Danny K.
Follow El Efecto Podcast.
Follow
on
Breathe by
Instagram,
Sal.
TikTok, and then
follow us on everything.
Yes,
everything
please.
Down below.
Go.
Okay, bye.